All right, today we'll be doing lab 9-5, and in 9-5 today we're going to be doing some regressions between the state sales tax and the amount of sales in the city and state. So we're in the VMware for the University of Arkansas, and that is because we'll be using the SQL Server again to get our data. And I'm going to go ahead and type this all in, and I'll bring y'all back when it's. All right, so the same server as always, and we're using Dillard's for our database. What we're doing here is we're going to select the state, and then what we're going to do is we're going to count the stores that are in the state, and we're going to call that number of stores. We're going to pull this from the store table, and we're going to pull all of them where state is not U, and the U kind of stands for the online store. So we're essentially going to pull all the information that's not on the online store, and then we're going to group them by state. And so we're going to hit OK. And here we see their information. We're going to go ahead and load. And there we go. So we can see all our information loaded in here. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and add another column called state sales tax rate here. And just kind of like what we've done before, we're going to go ahead and come into here, and we're going to pull our state sales tax information. Oh, not this one. It is, here it is. There we go. So we can see there, and we already have it. So we're Control C, we're going to copy it. We're going to bring it over here, and then we're going to go ahead and copy it and paste it into there, and then we're going to go ahead and make it a table. And then we're just going to do a simple VLOOKUP here. We're going to by the state. Our table array is going to be this. Our column is going to be 2 because we want to look at this tax rate, and we want a false, which is going to be an exact match. And we're going to hit enter, and here we are. So now we can see our sales tax rate just imported into this table over here. All right, now that we have this input, we're going to go up here to data analysis in our data tab. If you do not have this, all you have to do is come over here to our options and then Excel add-ins, and then it's just go to Excel add-ins and you just click on the data analysis toolpack. So here we'll go ahead and click data analysis, and we're going to go ahead and do a regression. That's how it's good. That's what's going to tell us if there's any relation between the two. For our X range, or our independent variable, we're going to do our sales tax rate. So click here, down. And then for our dependent variable, or what we're trying to find out the relation about, is our number of stores. So as you can see here, so we did B1 and C1. These are the label ones, so we're going to make sure that we click labels in here. In order to make sure that it knows that these this first row of information is going to be the labels that we're using for the data that is below. Okay, we want to make sure that we have a confidence level of 95%, and everything else looks good. So we're going to go ahead and OK. And here we are. And so real quick, what we're going to do is do all that and take all those out. All right, so looking at the data that we have here, first looking at our R-square, it's a pretty low number, so there's not a large relation between the two. It's saying that we don't see, if we're drawing a line, we don't see a lot of relation in that. And then to see whether or not this data that we have collected is statistically significant on whether or not the sales tax rate is decides how many stores we have in the state. We're going to look at our p-value here, and so if it was statistically significant, it's going to be below 0.05. We can kind of see here that our p-values for either are actually 0.5, so they're actually substantially larger than the 0.05 that we wanted. So using this information here, we can deem that that the state sales tax rate is not statistically significant when deciding the number of stores in the state. And so with that, that'll be the end of lab 9-5. Thank you very much.